it's Melody. I'm going to show you a quick and easy salsa and then transition into a guacamole. This is something that you can do at your parties, one of the first recipes that I learned. So it uses the Power Chef, which comes in your kit. And as you know, the Power Chef comes with your paddle attachment, which you would use mixing to make a whipped topping or a cake mix, or you can whip your eggs or anything soft. You're going to use your paddle attachment. It also comes with the spout where you can add a oil into maybe a salad dressing or anything you're mixing that way. And it does have the actual measurements inside, so you can twist to turn on and off, so you could preload it and then twist it on to add it into your recipe. But today we are going to use just the blade attachment, and I love, love, love the Power Chef. I loved our older model, the Quick Chef, but I love the Power Chef. Okay, so to get started, we are going to put our items that we need to chop first into our Power Chef. So we need a half of a medium onion, and all I have is the large onion, so I'm going to use about 3/4 of this onion. Okay, so always use your chef knife that came in your kit, because you want to use your products as often as possible. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little bit smaller chunk so that it fits around the blade a little easier. Okay, you don't have to, it's just something that I do. And the recipe then calls for a clove of garlic, but I'm using kind of a double recipe because I've got some hungry people here waiting to try this. So I'm really going to do a double recipe now, and you would do that too, depending on the size of your guests at your party. So always prepare to have a big party, because you can always take those items home with you, okay? Or if you're having the hostess buy those items, then they can make it for themselves. Okay, so I always plan to make a double recipe of whatever I'm making at a party. Okay, so I'm going to use about 3/4 of the onion. I'm using 2 garlic cloves. And then I'm just going to do a quick chop before I add my other ingredients. Okay? And you see how quick and easy that was? That was 4 cloves, and I've got my onion and garlic already chopped. Okay, so now on to our tomatoes. The recipe calls for a 15-ounce can. But because I'm doing a double recipe, it also calls for a jalapeno, but I'm going to use the spicy tomatoes instead of actually handling a jalapeno. That way I'm adding extra tomato and the jalapeno all at one time. And this one has cilantro as well. I'm not going to deal with fresh cilantro. I'm just going to use what's in the can. Okay, so we're going to use our can opener. If you don't have this, absolutely add this to your kit, because it is vital when you're doing just about any recipe. And the reason I joined Tupperware was for the can opener. It came in the business kit at the time. It doesn't now, because it comes with the chef knife, which is great, but absolutely add the chef knife when you can, or the can opener when you can. Okay, so you're gonna make sure that the can opener is attached well, and this is your test. If you can lift the can with the opener, you are attached the right way. So then just all the way around, and you're gonna feel a slight pop when you have gone all the way around. And there it was. You could almost hear that too. I don't know if you could hear it. I did. But you can actually feel that when it happens. So then what you've done with the can opener is just broken the glue seal. You're not actually cutting the can or the top. You're just breaking that glue seal. So on the front of the can opener is a little beak. So we have our little legs, we have this little beak. So you're going to keep the legs open, attach the beak, close the little legs, and then you just lift up. And look at it. Anybody can do my job. Okay, so when that happens, we're just going to go around again. And it does happen. It happens to all of us. Okay. So typically that would come off. And you'll see, this is smooth, not going to cut me. So right into the Power Chef, and you'll notice I covered the hole onto the blade. So I'm not pouring ingredients into the hole that are now going to attach into our mechanism, okay? So just put your finger over that, pour it in. Then we're gonna do the can of Rotel, and you can get the off-brand as well. It works just as easy, just as well, tastes just as good. Because you're adding other ingredients, nobody's gonna know that you use an off-brand. I do it all the time. Okay, did you hear that little pop? Anybody can do this. There we go. And because it's not actually cutting, I'm not afraid to grab that by the top. And in it goes. Okay. So then we need the juice of half a lemon. Because I doubled this recipe, I'm gonna use probably the whole thing, because these are small limes. Did I say lemon? Probably did. And I'm gonna use our zest and press. Another item, don't need, you can actually squeeze this by hand, but it is awesome. So you put it in inverted. So cut side down, and right over the top, you're gonna squeeze your lime. Do you think you could squeeze that by hand and get that much lime juice out of there? I know I can't. So we're gonna do the other half. Isn't that awesome? So the zest and press also comes with the zester piece. So recipes that call for the zest of an orange, zest of a lime, you're gonna use the actual other attachment. And you can set it right on top, do your zesting, it falls into the little well, and then you add it right to your recipe. Love this item. Okay, and then what you need is a tablespoon of our Southwest Chipotle season mix. We used to carry this in our lineup, in the catalog. We no longer do, but we have the recipes and frankly add these recipes, advertise that you can do a make and take party for your hostess and do nothing but recipes, and they love it. So you would make your seasoning mixes, and you would advertise that you're gonna sell the spice containers, which are large containers in the catalog, okay? So this calls for a tablespoon of the chipotle. I'm gonna use a little more because I'm doubling my recipe. The container fits right into the well of our 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, which is in your kit, okay? So I'm gonna use about 1.5, maybe not quite 1.5, okay? I'm going to put on the top, give it a couple pulls, and that is how easy you can make a salsa for your party guests, right? But the beauty of this is I'm going to transition a little bit of this into a guacamole, okay? So I had a chip and dip set sitting here. The chips have now gone over to my guests, and they are enjoying with another dip that we made. But these are the cups for the chip and dip. So we're going to pour that in there. I'm going to leave about a cup in here, okay? So that's going to go over to my guests. And I'm going to take an avocado, because I'm making guacamole. And if you've not made this, you need to try this. Somebody tells me this is a really awesome recipe. Okay. So you can just use the tablespoon that you were using earlier in your recipe and scoop this right out of here. You can cut it, you can do whatever to get it out. We also recommend using our ice cream scoop. So if you don't have that in your kit, you might want to add that as well. The best ice cream scoop on the market. A little quiet time. Onto the, excuse please. Oh, look! The chips appeared. we might need a refill for this one. So I'm gonna attach the bowl right onto the inside, which makes a great display for any party. So you've got your chips, you're gonna add your salsa right on. But then, the only thing we've added now to that about a cup of the salsa is 1 avocado. Again, fully. Not quite. We're gonna use the other one, because we did kind of double up. I probably left more than a cup in there. I'm gonna use the other avocado, because it's here. But do you see how quick and easy this can be at a party? And you've got happy guests because they're eating by now. As my guests are, they're awfully quiet over there. Okay, so on with the top again. Couple quick pulls. And we've got guacamole. Where's the spatula? Just carefully take out your blade. And your Power Chef does come with a seal, so anything that you make and you don't want to put into your cups, you can put the seal on, put it in the fridge, and it's still going to last. There we go. And there you have it. Chips, salsa, and guacamole. We're going to need some more chips, so I'm going to refill right now, but that's how easy it can be, and absolutely use these recipes at your party. Thanks for watching.